Hi, I'm Dr. David Nowell. I'm a clinical neuropsychologist. My practice is in Central Massachusetts, and I teach workshops across the country to educators and clinicians on the topic of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and executive dysfunction. I want to create a few videos just to share some ideas that might be helpful for those of you who are at home for a long extended period of time. We don't know how long yet. Some of you with children and adolescents in the home. I want to talk about this concept of time horizon as a cognitive function and the ways in which it changes with brain development. It's not enough for you and I to be aware of what we want now, what would feel good right now. We also have to have this future version of ourselves, my future liver enzymes, my reputation in the future, athletic and academic goals in the future. In his wonderful book, Time and the Art of Living, philosopher Robert Grudin refers to this capacity as the art of extending will through time. To extend your will forward through time, imagining a future version of you and organizing your behavior now in the service of that future version of yourself. Dr. Russ Barkley was interested in this concept of time horizon, and he wondered how long most adults are able to extend their will into the future. So he looked at calendars and day planners from a sample of adults, and can you guess, what is the time horizon of a typical adult? The answer is about 3 months, about right there. Most adults are able to plan and think about 3 months into the future. So when you're talking to other people about time, remember, this is a cross-cultural conversation, meaning from your culture of being adult, possibly neurotypical, communicating with someone who is still developing. Did you know that young people, adolescents, may have a time horizon of about 1 week, and young people with ADHD or young children may have a time horizon of about 1 day? One thing I hope to do in my career is to get people to stop misusing this metaphor. I'm not sure how it ever entered the popular imagination that this referred to reward and punishment. The metaphor comes from a time when we used donkeys for transportation, and like some people you know, donkeys can suddenly become obstinate. But if you offer a carrot to a donkey, they'll come towards you, because donkeys like carrots. In fact, you can put a carrot at the end of a stick and hold the stick out in front of the donkey, and the donkey will move towards the stick, and so now we're moving. So the metaphor is the carrot is the hope for reward, and the stick is the work that you have to do to get there. So keep that in mind. Make sure that you're picking an appropriate carrot. Getting into the college of your parents' choice a year and a half from now might not be a carrot for a high school junior. And make sure you've picked a developmentally appropriate stick. Sometimes on a Wednesday at a grocery store, you'll see a child lean down to a very young child. Victoria, if you're well behaved during the supermarket shopping, I'm going to take you to Nana's on Saturday. Now, that's a great carrot. She loves going to Nana's, but the stick is just too much. Organizing her behavior now in the service of Saturday, that future version of herself, is just too much. So a developmentally appropriate stick, keep going, keep going. There you go. Might be something like that. That might be her time horizon. It might just be minutes. That might be a realistic expectation. Tori? Tori? No, I don't think it's infected, but don't lick it. Tori, do you see people putting fish on ice at the end of the aisle, right there? Between here and there, touch me or the cart. Touch me or the cart, and I'm going to give you a token for your American Girl shopping spree. So at the end of the aisle, if she demonstrates expected behavior, she gets verbal praise, and she gets a token as promised. And then as you come around the end cap, you do just another time horizon that's manageable for her. Tori? No, I don't think that's Wonder Woman. Well, it's not the real one. Okay, Tori, do you see people paying at the front, giving their money? Between here and there, use inside voice. Between here and there, use inside voice, and if you do, I'll give you another token for your American Girl shopping spree. And if she can do that, then you give her verbal praise and token. You see how different that is from saying, you know, I told him if he makes all A's, I'll give him an expensive ski trip to Vermont in December. That's just way too much stick. So when you think about time horizon, again, remember, this is a cross-cultural conversation. You're working from your fully developed adult brain, talking to someone who may not quite be there yet. And some of the things that we're talking about lately have to do with how long will we be out of school, or when will I be able to play with my friends again. As you think about these questions and your answers to those questions, remember the time horizon and make sure you're picking developmentally appropriate carrots as well. Thanks for watching.